All right, so welcome to another video. And in this episode, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take a look at stocks worth discussing. So in the stock spotlight, what we've got is Adobe. It's been a hot stock, and the question is can it continue the run? With Adobe doing so many new things and really dominating some of the space that it has, it's just been doing phenomenal and fantastic. So as we look at some of the latest movers and shakers, you can see right now today the stock is down about $5. Microsoft, on the other hand, is up $3, about 1%. Apple also up, but CRM and Oracle also down. So we've had a kind of like a mixed market bag where it's a little bit down right now, but overall market's been doing pretty well. So here's kind of a list of tickers, what's been going on and what's happening. So looking at the news space, there's a ton of other things that Adobe's kind of playing into because we've got a lot of AI that's, the discussion. You've got creators aren't happy with Firefly, so they've got some acquisitions, and with such a big mammoth and behemoth, it's acquiring a ton of positions. So when we look at this stock right now, this stock has pulled back from 22 and then, had this down move. And now in 2023, it's been pressing a little bit hotter and higher. And that could be due to some of these news things and catalysts pushing it forward. But on the other hand, the stock could have just been oversold. That's kind of the nature. When stocks get a little bit of oversold or a normal pullback, then eventually they go higher. So as we look at this chart, look at this growth between 2013 all the way to 22. It's been continuing to move to the upside. So that's fantastic. If we go into the weekly side right here, this is where things get a little interesting. So that's where we're looking at this slight little pullback here on this downward move. And then now we're starting to get to this upward side of the stock. And especially recently, if we look at actually the daily here, this stock has had an impressive breakout. So if we look at between the 380, 390 range, the stock had a nice breakout with some good volume. And if you actually zoom in a little bit closer right there, this itself was actually a fairly massive buying opportunity. So at that point it was. Now this stock is actually going a little more sideways and probably not a massive buying opportunity, but it could be something you could be looking at, like maybe I'll nibble if it pulls back, or if we get a little bit of weakness, we could nibble on it. But really the case in point is we've got a lot of good volume that came in right there at that point, and now that stock is slightly stretched. What I would be careful about is just overall that it possibly is extended and we'll need some sideways consolidation to digest this big move. It's kind of like eating a big burger. You might need an hour to kind of, regroup yourself. In this case, it ate a monstrous, ginormous burger from May to June. It's been eating burgers every day. So you're going to need maybe a month to digest that move, maybe a little bit longer. Just going to vary stock to stock, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, point being, stock overall is doing well, fantastic. I would watch a little bit of this resistance right here, right around that 500 level, because as you see what happened with this stock, if you go in and look at just the overall highs, we kind of came into the highs here in the same of the year 2020, and then the rejection at those certain spots. So when we look at it, we've got some rejections, and we got right into that, and now we're rejecting it. Now, it doesn't mean we can't go higher, but we could go a little sideways for a little bit, maybe a few months, could be even half a year, and then it could break out or break down to retest certain levels. It could continue on this trend right here and then go higher as well. So you've got a few opportunities or choices there that it could happen. However, I will say that the stock has been doing some bullish moves here, because if we look at the volume here, the volume has been picking up, and that's been looking good. So in other words, it's been looking fairly good for the stock. So anyways, that's been looking good. So thumbs up to the stock. Anyways, other than that, truly appreciate you joining me. Feel free to post a comment, what you think of Adobe if you like, and mark it in the description there below. Other than that, feel free to grab some freebies on our website at criticalcharts.com, or check out the options segment that we have, which is Traders Fly on the YouTube channel. Anyways, thanks for joining me. Truly appreciate it, and I will see you next time.